What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Anonymous Team, and today we're actually going to be reviewing Wiseman Daniel's shocking prophecy about the 2022 presidential election in Kenya. Now, it is worth noting that on the 8th of May this year, 2022, Wiseman Daniel came forward and he made a prophecy concerning the outcome of the Kenyan elections, and he actually did it in parable. So this is what he said, to be specific. He said that he sees the Kenyan flag flying in a new dimension, and the elections would not go the way the mountain has planned it. Okay. So on the right side, he said he saw a gap between two letters. That was letter V and X. And on the left side, he saw another gap between two letters, which was Q and S. So that's how he left the prophecy. Now, personally, I'm Kenyan, and even I myself and a lot of Kenyans did not understand the prophecy at the time. Now, when he said the elections will not go the way the mountain had planned it, already by that, majority of us Kenyans understood what that meant. Our president, our outgoing president, is from the Mount Kenya region, and yeah, and his area, or rather his people, are called the Mount Kenya people. So when he said that, we knew that his preferred candidate, who was the former prime minister, a very great man, a man who's fought for the democracy of Kenya, Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga, would not win. We knew he would not win. We knew he would not win, and majority of his supporters prayed that maybe the prophecy would not go as so. But hey, once God has made a decision, he has made a decision. We only pray for the changeable ones to be changed, and the ones that cannot be changed, we accept. So later on, after the prophecy has been fulfilled, that's when we realized, hey, so when Wiseman Daniel said he saw a gap between two letters, V and X, it was W, W for William, and another gap between Q and S is R, R for Ruto. So our current president and former outgoing deputy president and current president-elect is called William Ruto. Yo, listen, man. I've been following Wiseman Daniel since he came out from the Synagogue Church of All Nations, and this was even before Prophet TB Joshua had gone to be with the Lord. And man, I can tell you for sure, Wiseman Daniel never misses, and he has never missed, man. He never misses, man. This is a man who has the Spirit of God. And yo, I just thought it wise to share this with the rest of the world. So let's go.
1 verse 10. Elijah answered and said to the captain of the 50, If I be a man.
Year 2022. During the life service, Wiseman Daniel was led by the Spirit of God to prophesy about the outcome of the just concluded Kenya election. These were his words.
Kenya, wow. Kenya, the message repeats itself again. Kenya, 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 Kenya. Well, I will deliver it the way it came, but I'm going to speak in parable. And write it down, you will see with your eyes when it happens. Except God has not spoken. The way I was brought up by blessed memory Prophet TB Joshua is not to be in a hurry to speak when God gives you a vision until the final state of the vision, then you can speak. Otherwise, there could be someone more closer to God than you that can change it. It's a matter of crying to God on their knees. It's just the way you have raw materials and they go through stages of treatment before the final product where you have your clothes. It's not this cloth that started the journey of the production. Raw materials, cotton, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, the final stage, maybe the colors based on choice. You want blue, you produce white, the same thing. When the vision just comes first, don't be too quick to release it. There may be stages in that vision which only God can tell you. If you are too quick to release a vision out of excitement, and the owner of that vision want to test you to see how obedient you are,
Where were you on March 9th, 2022, when President Biden signed the death warrant on American freedom?
I always cite this example that we have obedient prophets and disobedient prophets, but from the same God. Take note of that. It is true God ordained them, but obedient prophets will always see the inner side of God, while the disobedient will only see the surface. But they don't want you to know that they have been blind spiritually from seeing the inner side. They'll begin to play game to cover up. But those that have spiritual eyes will know that God has abandoned this man, God has abandoned this woman due to disobedience. That is why I will always remain loyal to blessed memory, Prophet T.B. Joshua. People of Kenya, hear me loud and clear. The presidential election come August this year, 2022, in Kenya, is not going to go the way the mountain has planned it. Man proposes, God disposes. I repeat, the presidential election coming August 2022 is not going to go the way mountain has planned it, because man proposes but God disposes. I am seeing Kenya flag flying in a new dimension. On the flag, on the left hand side of the flag, I can see a gap between two letters, letter V and letter X. And on the right hand side of the same flag, I can see a gap between two letters, letter Q and letter S. On the left hand side, letter V and letter X. That's the gap I'm seeing on the left hand side of the flag. On the right hand side of the flag, the gap between letter Q and letter S. But I'm seeing a crowd. Are they protesting or jubilating? When a flag is, does it call for protest or jubilation? Well, we are praying for Kenya election, for the will of God to be done. May the Lord bless his words.
When God's servant speaks, the wise listen. Deuteronomy 18, verse 22.
Let's go straight to Nairobi. There has been a result in the Kenyan elections. Let's join our Africa correspondent Yusra El-Bagir, who is there and can talk to us. Yusra, we're just looking at scenes now. Tell us what's happened.
William Ruto, the current deputy president, has stood outside of the National Tallying Centre and contested the result. So
counties at 25%. I invite the president-elect to come forward and receive his certificate.
But I'm seeing a crowd. Are they protesting or jubilating? When a flag is, does it call for protest or jubilation? Well, we are praying for Kenya election.
You have heard it by yourself. It is very obvious that wise man Daniel spoke in parable when he said, I will speak in parable, and you will not understand this message until it comes to pass. And indeed, he spoke in parable, and no one understood this prophetic message about the Kenya presidential election, which he gave 3 months before the election. This is the meaning of the parable. The gap between letter V and X is W, the first letter of the name Williams, and the gap between letter Q and S is R, the first letter of the name Ruto, which means that Williams Ruto is a flag bearer, the winner of the Kenya presidential election, as you can see by yourself. We bless the new president of Kenya, His Excellency Williams Ruto.
Yes, so there you have it, people. And listen, if if you've been looking for a man of God to lead you towards Jesus Christ, okay, then there you have it. I've been following Wiseman Daniel for the last okay, of course I knew him back when he was still a wise man at the Synagogue Church of All Nations. And then around early 2020, I used to watch Emmanuel TV a lot, and early 2020, just around the time when Corona had come, I wasn't watching Emmanuel TV as much as I used to, and at the time I couldn't explain the reason why. But right now, I actually come to believe that it was actually Jesus. What do you call it? It was a period of transition. It was Jesus transitioning me from my mentor TB Joshua to his protege, Wiseman Daniel. Remember, there are a lot of wise men. We have Wiseman Racine, Wiseman Christopher, Wiseman Apostle, Wiseman John Chi, who now goes by Apostle Chi, and Wiseman Daniel. And we also have the prophets, Prophet Chris, Yinka, all of them. But we can't be, and all of them are just as equally gifted. But we can't all be followers of all. You can't have the same teacher. Too many teachers spoil. Too many cooks spoil the broth. And I always believe that it was Jesus Christ transitioning me to Osman Daniel to now continue being my teacher since TB Joshua was going to the Lord. Remember, even John, although Jesus was superior than John, but even John, when he was about to die, he transitioned his disciples to Jesus Christ. You get? So that's how it is. Listen, if you are a follower of TB Joshua out there, I'm pretty sure you are aware of Wiseman Daniel. Probably you haven't watched him enough. Listen, my guy doesn't miss, man. Wiseman Daniel doesn't miss, and he's always on point. For me, he hits all the points that, he's not TB Joshua, definitely, but he hits all those notes that TB Joshua used to hit, man. And I personally believe that Wiseman Daniel is a legitimate man of God. That for sure. That I can tell you for sure, man. That I can tell you for sure. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. See you on the next one.